Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to today's TypeScript Tea Time. I'm your host Mirko, and welcome you and wish you a beautiful day as well as a good stay here with us. Um, yeah, so welcome everybody. Say hi in the chat maybe if you're there. I very much appreciate it that you're spending time with me. And yeah, let's look at where we continue our journey. So if you remember, we're currently in the process still of doing the Twitch chat game thing. And the idea is to have kind of turn-based battles with the help of Twitch chat. So you can basically just type !attack and then your character does an attack, as well as, well, these kind of ambushes that we get from random monsters. They are going to be persisted in particular. Let me fix my headphones here quickly. Yep. So your progress is going to be persisted. The progress of the monsters probably not. But you're leveling up and getting stronger and having more energy. Hey, Mayil. I'm not, or PhD. not sure how I could shorten that. Glad to see you. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How was your day? Hope it was a very, very pleasant day. Yeah, so with as I said, the idea is to have these battles so that the streams become a little bit more interactive as well. We're also trying to learn some new technologies like Nest as well as Mongoose. All of this is written in TypeScript, although our original prototype was basically in JavaScript and a single page. And yeah, some DevOps also is going to come in. Maybe if you've received an email at, I think, last Sunday, I'm not sure. I did a spontaneous stream where I checked out AWS CDK, which is an amazing tool. So basically you're writing all your infrastructure with the help of TypeScript, which is rare. There are, like, I think we did a stream on Terraform, but Terraform is of course not in TypeScript, but in a configuration language, very, very custom. So you can't do, at least my intuition is not there for loops as well as file inclusion or any of the other stuff, and avoiding code repetition. And yeah, AWS CDK allows us to do that. And we basically deployed our application that we have here into AWS Fargate and had it running. And I want to do that as well with what we have here. Not today. Today we are going to finish our best battles in particular. And as you might have noticed, so we have our DnD fights, turn-based battles in chat, and did quite a lot. We also skipped a few, but most stuff has actually check marks. I think we also have a check mark here, so TMI.js is actually listening constantly. And we're currently migrating the domain logic from our JS app into our application, NestJS application, and we're trying to do it object-oriented. So one thing that we had last time was this nice little diagram. Let me do this in full screen so you see more. So we basically had our battles. First of all, we had our chatbot. You can't see it because my face in the way. Oh, why is your face there anyway? Nobody wants to see you. Yeah, so we have the chatbot, who is listening actually to the Twitch chat, as well as initializing all the corresponding commands and mapping from the Twitch chat commands into the actual battle. Then we have the battle, which is just the aggregation of all the fun stuff that we have. So a battle essentially consists of a monster as well as a party, and a party of adventurers. And then the adventurers and monsters are pummeling each other, trying to grab the other down to the ground, reducing their HP. And one thing that we did most of this. One thing where we kind of got stuck was how to send everything basically back, how to render it. And if you want to speak in terms of game development, it's basically a rendering call. Usually you would, if you had a real game, you would draw it. The logic that we have here would be drawn on the screen, and characters move, and I don't know, the health bar gets reduced and stuff. And we kind of want something similar, except that our render function is basically just, for now, we write into the console, and at some point we hopefully write back to the Twitch chat. And I wanted to separate the logic where we have the battles from the rendering, because, well, if you do that, you can decide what you want to, how you want to render it. You could just write it into the console. You could just you could write it back to Twitch chat, but you could also draw it if somebody is very, very good here at drawing and rendering and animations. Maybe we could, in theory, we could actually draw all of this, like give everybody a character on the screen. Like here, for example, one character, here another character, here another character, and on this side, the monster. And then they have health bars. And on top of it, we get, like, if the monster receives damage, or the players, we get a little, like, the damage gets shown on top of their heads, like 14 damage, and then it flows away. And all of this kind of plug-in logic, or if we separate it in this way that the monsters, we totally need to render all that. HK Storage, nice to see you. How was your day? Hope you had a beautiful day. By the way, first finishing my sentence here. Sorry. Curious how your days went, or your weeks. If you had anything nice, kind of the wins of the week, I would be very happy to hear them. Okay, so the rendering, basically all of the logic is inside of this box, and then we can basically decide, looking at just an interface essentially, this arrow currently, we can decide how we want to render it, like actually drawing it, or just writing it to the console or the chat. Every day is great in the company of a nice and warm herbal beverage. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I actually didn't cheers to everybody yet. So thank you everybody for joining. We're doing the Japan thing here. Japan! And yeah, so in my case, I'm drinking again matcha. So green tea with, what is it? Roasted rice. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, love that taste. Yeah, so that's the basic idea. And so we kind of got stuck how we want to enable this, and didn't have a solution last time. I think we did something where we essentially, I think we abstracted it away in the sense that we kind of sent we pretty much left it to the chatbot to decide, but on the rendering, which is good already. interesting idea that I have here is essentially a log. So whenever something happens, let me scroll out. So we kind of have a battle log here, and whenever something happens, we essentially have a function like push or add. I think of it as an array. That's why I'm in the JavaScript world calling it push. So we push a log, as well as we have the log is essentially a property, an array property. And so whenever something happens, it gets pushed inside of this battle log. And the chatbot, instead of looking, so for the rendering, instead of looking at the battle, the chatbot instead looks at this battle log. So how does the battle log look like? I have two ideas. So it depends on where we want the dependency and how it actually works out. Because I haven't tried it. So let's see how it works out. So my first idea is kind of like this. The battle log consists of entries, objects, or it is essentially an array. And what it contains is something like event, and then it says join, and then it says data, and in this case, yeah. So it's been essentially I called it battle log, but it's essentially an event log. So and we for example, this join event has the data of type which contains, I don't know, the username, and which is a string, for example, PhD may yield this, as well as so language mode JSON, language mode JavaScript. Thank you. I forgot a comma here. And is that already everything? Maybe no. I think that's everything for the join event. Other than that, we have like at first we probably have event like ambush, and then the data could be something like monster name, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the remaining data of the monster. HP 123. Oh, let's give it a nice number. The monster name might be let's say werewolf, and he has 1337 HP, and the area and whatnot, I don't know, in a town. And then we have another event like an attack, and we say data something like attacker werewolf, and target, I don't know. So currently we only have one person, so maybe let's switch that, and the target is the werewolf, and the damage is, I don't know, 13, 14. Anything else that we need? Yeah, kind of like this. And essentially you can construct the complete battle from just this log. and it can then be rendered by whoever cares. For example, we could do something with Phaser.js, which is a library I work with a lot for HTML5 games. So fairly simple, in particular to use. Or we can render it to the console, or we can render it to the Twitch chat. Yeah. So how do you think? What do you think about it? There might be other ways. For example, I mean, other than, for example, looking at, do we keep track if the tag was critical? Yeah, for example, that might also be a thing. Probably with time, because so far I don't think we have criticals, so it's probably a 20 then. So far we don't have criticals, but yeah, that's one idea. And essentially, from this you can construct everything and then render it. What you need to know is, of course, the form of these events. But other than that, you don't really need to care about what classes are inside, because every data that you need for rendering is inside of this event log. And that's what I hope is giving us the power to have this clear split, both on the side that let's see, the function, the logic, the battle does not depend on the rendering, but also the rendering pretty much does not depend on the battles. As long as there's this event log which abstracts things away, which I hope helps us. Yeah, so the idea is basically it's event-driven design applied to game design. Event-driven design or architecture. Also, in a sense, slightly reactive. This is probably the highest level that you can get with the Wikipedia article. But that's the basic idea. You communicate mostly via these messages, at least in the render direction. I would say for simplicity, we just use function calls from chatbot to battle for kind of mutating the state. Okay, that said, so there are basically two places where we could put the arrows for the battle log. We could either make it part of the battle, or every that didn't work. Every class itself has a reference to the battle log, and then writes into it. I'm not sure whether that's feasible though. It might even be nicer. Actually, I think the arrows are vice versa, to be honest. That's the wrong arrow, sorry. Like so. So everything can write into the battle log, which is essentially just an array. And then the rendering has to put them together. But yeah, for example, the take damage already looks slightly complicated, because the monster would then, how does a event look like in that case? We have something like attack or event attack. For example, attacker PHP may yield this, but and the target is also clear, the werewolf, but the adventurer, when he attacks, doesn't know how much damage is actually applied. So we would need a second event, like damage received, which is then like entity, the werewolf, and then damage 5. It's also possible, and slightly more decoupled. In particular, for example, if we wanted to later add, so the good thing about this approach is that adventurer and monster don't have to report back to battle, which is nice. The unfortunate part is that the rendering part sometimes has to look at more than one event. And that might make things more complicated. You can also try both. So what do you guys think? Which one should we go? Which one should we try? I'm open to both. And don't really see... There's no clear answer of this one is clearly the better approach compared to the other one. By the way, did you notice that the video this time, compared to episode, I think 12, we had the special, where I showed my face, is much smoother. Nice. And that's because I found out how to actually handle it. I think my GPU is not strong enough to handle a big image. Maybe the second approach. All right. I like that you push me into the way that I wouldn't have gone initially. Cool. Then let's try this one. It will be more fine-grained, but I also hope it will be cooler. And as long as, because everything is I think it will be fine because everything is synchronous still. Yeah, everything is pretty much synchronous. So we don't, is it? I think most is, let's say it like that. I think most stuff is synchronous. So I think it will be all right. That whenever we have kind of these pairs which have to come together for the rendering, they are also coming together. Well, actually, if you think about it, it's also, so our problem is only because we render them together currently in our chat message. I think we say something like, let me double check here. Received, no, got damage. Yeah, dealt something damage to the monster. Monster name has something HP left. And if you think about it, if you think in terms of having it rendered on a screen, it doesn't necessarily need to be together. You basically have the animation for the for our PhD to attack the monster and then go back, but another rendering component looks for these damage received events and then shows 5 damage got received. And because they are usually pretty much at the same time, it looks like it's perfectly together, but it doesn't necessarily have to. So yeah, let's try this one. So yeah, let's try that one. So that means essentially everybody has an arrow. Oh, so confused about array and arrow. An arrow to the battle log, which means everybody needs to receive it on creation. So let me go to the monster and go here. And we also want to have the log, which is probably not part of this object, but let's make it a part anyway. So we put in, or maybe let's put that one as the first argument always. So it's essentially an array, right? Yeah, it's an array of objects. So first of all, let's make it an array. And then it's an array of what? Of events. Event array. Apparently event is also a thing of the DOM. We don't want that one. Let's take events.ts here and export an interface event, which currently has, let's say we have a type, and the type is just a string, for example, attack or damage received or join or ambush or monster appeared. Anything else? Monster dead is probably also monster died or adventurer died. And with that, we also have a nice overview of what we actually can do. That's a nice side of this. We also probably want one for party died, which means completely down. Okay. So from here on, I do want to import this, of course. Imp. And we take, maybe let's call it I event, just so I don't have to always import it manually. Thank you. Okay, and this is actually a private property also. So we do private log, which is an I event log. And thinking about it, it's an array. Okay, yeah, it's an array, so we can push to it. Perfect. And then we need to assign it, of course. We say this.log equals log. There we go. And now we can say this.log dot push, and we push in a type attack, like so, right? And all of a sudden we know the monster has attacked. And similarly, we can do type damage received. And we also have to add some new stuff, like the damage. So the damage comes from the adventurer. But in this case, we have to add the damage. Let's see. It's just the damage in this case. Yeah, and TypeScript is now going to complain but for the time being, that's fine. Or maybe let's do it like this for the time being, and then continue. In the same way, we can do it for our adventurers, I think. Adventurer. Not there. Adventurer. Schema. This one? Yeah. It does not seem to have a constructor like that. That's going to be annoying, maybe. How are they constructed? So they do have this private property. The question is, how does it get set? And it has to be set somewhere. So the question is, who actually creates it? The model. And the model comes from Mongoose. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Okay. There's something to figure out. Let me just put a to-do here. And then we see with time. We also want the battle. Where is my battle? We should somewhere here see get monster, and there it doesn't have the log exactly. And the log is a property of the battle as well, because things like the join command and so on are a property of the battle, or methods of the battle. So we can do this, and then here we actually initiated this .log equals empty array. So we don't need to do this, we can just do it up here. And now we can pass it down. So in this case, we do this .log. There we go. There we go. Then I think this is actually public because it has to be read by the rendering. For example, the chatbot. So, and now we want, let's see. So we have the monster. We somehow have to get the adventurer as well. Where's the adventurer? This party.find. Here. Apparently adventurers are initiated outside. Okay. Let's go to the method that says join. I think there is a show call hierarchy. There we go. And where are we? This is a good place. So I fiddled around a bit, and there is, I think, also one thing that I've fiddled around with a few chats ago, a few streams ago, but I didn't quite get it to work. And so what I now have is this Twitch highlighter VS Code extension, which, if I run this, starts listening again to our chat. And in fact, it's also using TMI.js. So I didn't write this, I simplified it a bit. And now you can, and I know I need your help, you guys can exclamation mark line, and then, for example, line 77. Can you try that for a second? I hope it works. He's hoping. Oh, come on. You can do it. Yeah, so it's actually a a nice little extension by a fellow streamer. It needs to have a space. So by him, did that work? Yeah. A fellow streamer, he essentially built on top of another streamer who used this. So exclamation mark line with a space in between and then 77 or whichever you like, as long as it's inside of this file. It hopefully works. So he did that, built this Twitch highlighter extension, which I didn't get to work because it required me to log in. And for whatever reason, that didn't quite work. There we go. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Chat interactivity to a new level. So yeah, if you just want to annoy me, or if you have actually like I made a typo and something needs a fix, you can just exclamation mark line and then the number, and wabams, it marks it. And then I think it's also possible to leave a comment. Let's see. So we go to this extension. Hopefully he has written it down. Yeah. So exclamation mark highlight or exclamation mark line and then the line number. I think this one is easier to remember. And then it marks it like we do right now. I think that didn't work because I was in a separate file. Sorry. Now it should work because I'm actually inside of a TypeScript file. Even if I'm showing another screen. You can also mark ranges, apparently. I haven't tried that, but if you do like 1 minus 30, it should mark all those lines. And you can even leave a comment by just doing exclamation mark line, the line number, space, and then some comment. Maybe that works as well. I hope it does. In any case, I think that's really cool. So much more interactivity. And please, so whoever doesn't use it 5 times in a row gets a ban today, permanent. Yeah. At least 5 times in this stream, please. You can do it now, like 5 times immediately, or you can do it over the stream, but at least 5 times, please. So we get used to it, because it's really nice, isn't it? I love it. And yeah, with that, I think I can also remove those. Line 23. There we go. So you want to tell me something about the chatbot servers, Kusto? What about it? Tell me. I'm curious. Yeah. So if I want to get rid of it, or if people start spamming, I can also stop listening, but also just remove all the highlights, and then they're gone. Yay! I can actually do it myself if I want to, but I don't know why I would. Testing a comment, maybe. There we go. Yeah, and it actually tells testing a comment. Just playing around here. Very nice, very nice. You have your... Yeah, you did your 3 already. PhD, you also have to do at least 5. Okay, yeah. So please don't hesitate to use it. It's a lot more fun. Also, just start chatting in the chat with each other. It's much more fun to see and to work if we do that. So apparently this property does not exist anymore because I added this line. The adventurer here gets created, and apparently he gets created with adventurer.create. We do need to give him okay. We do somehow need to give him okay. Okay, one issue that I haven't thought of. Currently, we are creating them on every time. Yeah, I suppose that's fine for now. Let's just pass in the log right here, log question mark, and dub. We return adventurer.save. It's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. Adventurer equals this, and the log is the it's just an event array, I think, right? And it does return it does return an adventurer. Saved adventurer. And it returns the saved adventurer. But before that, we also have to say saved adventurer dot. Oh, the mongoose is doing its thing. Mongoose, it's doing its thing. Save adventurer dot log. I essentially want to set this log. That's what I want to do. I suppose what we can do is do public set log, and then we say this dot log equals log, and it receives a log which is an event array. Did it import already? Yeah, it did. Nice. And then we have the private property here, and it can use it. Hope that works. So for example, right here we can say this dot log, you can see anything, dot push, and it pushes a type of attack, webapps. Apparently this doesn't work. Okay, because it has the same name, so let's do this and this and this, and now it should work. Yep. Apparently it okay, no, never mind. So it pushes it to the log, and then it makes the monster take damage. The monster says, oh, damage received. On the other hand, we want to take damage, and we say this punct subscript log in this case dot push, and we say type damage received. And we will extend them as soon as we get this running, which hopefully doesn't take too long. We're kind of working blindly here. Okay, that much about that part. Here is the important part now. It might not be defined. Okay, then let's just give it a a default value here. So why do I give it a default value here? We do have this. We do have the API endpoint, but we don't need the API endpoint, right? Yeah. So the only reason why I'm giving it a default here is because we already have some code which will not work on the controller level. We already have some code which uses create, and that one will fail now. It would fail if we wanted to do that. So we want to, so we create the adventurer. And we know now the adventurer has something. We can also say this dot log dot push, and we say type join bams, and probably we also want to have this dot log dot push type monster appeared. That's just the initial. And anything else? Anything else? I think that might be it. We do need to adjust the chatbot, right? So he does get the create. That's created outside is annoying here. Okay, I do it ugly first. Oh, it is public. Okay, never mind. I do it in a way. Battle.log. Like so. So now, adventurers have the log. You don't used to do... Sorry, I missed that one. In which file were you using it? You don't used to do highlighter. Line 60. Can you explain in which file you were? Like in this chatbot file, or in the adventurer, or in the adventurer service? I would like to know. Extension to highlight to do comments. Interesting. Extension to highlight to do comments. You mean, I know what you mean. Yeah. You mean better comments or something like that? For example, this one. And you call it highlight to do. Highlight to do highlight. Fix me. Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks very similar to the other one. I don't so far. Mostly because it's not worth it so far. What did I search? No, you can go back. Why not? Yeah. Would it help you with readability or something? I mean, the thing that I usually do is this, and man, I think we have to include E7 only. Well, whatever. Yep. Yeah. So far I didn't use it. Yes. Particularly because I only have one to do most of the time. I don't see a difference between fix me and to do and what are the other ones. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So we now have essentially, we have this connection and everybody's writing into the battle log. What we also need is that the chatbot can access it, and we do have that. We can do battle.log from the chatbot because it's a property of the battle. We don't need to double track it. I think it's fine. What we, however, do need is a way to read from it. So kind of observer pattern, like we want to step into this as soon as something. So as soon as an event happens, as soon as there's a new battle log, we want to immediately react to it. And that's basically, so either you call it event driven, you sometimes call it subscribing. Basically it's just observer pattern from the what is it, group of 4, the design patterns book, the design patterns book, by the way. So how do we do that? This is probably the point where we want to switch from an array. Let's do it simple for now. All we do is can I remove that with right click? Ideally, maybe if your comment is fixed, maybe you can !line !61 again, with an exclamation mark before the line, so it uncomments it. That would be greatly appreciated if your question is answered. So what I want to do, if we don't have a battle, then return. If we do have a battle, then what? Then what? So I do intend to, wait, how hard is it to introduce an observer pattern? Yeah, observer pattern is slightly more complicated. Let's do just this, set interval. And then we do something very ugly for the time being. I just want to make it work. Log count, last log count is 0 at the beginning. And when we have this, we can do this dot battle dot it's possibly null. Ignore that for now. We will make it nicer later. We want sorry. Yeah, it's exclamation mark line, and then you usually do 61 or 66 by now, and then you can just do right before the syntax is slightly complicated. I agree. Did I share the extension? I think I didn't. It's a exclamation mark right in front of the number. So yeah, for now I just let me remove all of the comments. In any event, yeah, most of the time I think I'll clean that up if I answered your question. So you don't have to. I think that reduces the threshold so that you think you can just yeah, just comment and just highlight stuff. So it's slightly easier for you. So this .log dot. So and we do have everything committed, right? So we can probably just remove everything for now. And then this file at least compiles again. So if we basically poll this every 10 milliseconds, if the battle log length is greater than this dot last log count, then we know there's a new message. And then we do console.log this dot battle, just print the whole log. No, basically we want we want the for loop. We want to go from yes, we want the index I. We want to go, we start at this dot last log count -1, I think. Yeah, because array dot length is not 0 based, but the index is 0 based. And then we want until this dot battle dot log dot length. Yeah, let's do the exclamation mark here. It's possibly undefined, so let's do the exclamation mark here as well. Not nice, but for the time being it works. And then we console.log json.stringify, and we do null2, and we take, what do we want to stringify? We take this dot battle dot log at I. Okay, so this will print all the battle logs in order that we haven't processed yet. And as soon as we have done that, we also want to set this dot last log count equals this dot battle dot log dot length, I think -1, right? Yeah, it's again -1. Nice, seems good. Okay. Will it run? Will it run? What do you will it work on first try? We haven't, I think we haven't compiled in 2 streams. So let's at least check whether, so first question, will it compile? Bum, bum, bum. We don't know what the other files do. So will it compile? TSC -- no, emit. We need a drum roll. We do need a drum roll. A lot of streamers actually have a drum roll or some sound effects. In my case, I haven't set that up. Couldn't find package JSON. Okay, I need to, of course, step into the right project. That's one thing to do. CD episode 7. Yes, we're working on this since episode 7. And now we are in episode 14. But we learned a lot, I hope. TypeScript, compiler. Couldn't find package JSON. Why? Because it's inside of the server. Okay. And another try. Clear. Yes. So this time it's actually compiling. That's a good thing already. It does compile. That's good. That's good. I think it will fail here, to be honest. Yeah. Because we forgot something last time. No timers. Oh, that's something I didn't expect. Well, that's something I didn't expect, definitely. It cannot find module node timers. On what node version am I? Node minus version 12. That's the wrong Chrome. Ah, is the up your strict battle, whatever. Don't we have the TypeScript? We don't. For whatever reason, it doesn't work on it doesn't link us to the TypeScript files. That's a bummer. Somewhere in here we said interval. It's a node.js.timeout. That looks alright. It cannot find module node timers. So if you find something about this error, tell me. Debugging action, everybody. Fun stuff. Cannot find module namespace node.js. Did it compile properly? So we are in the server. If I do nest, maybe npm install will solve it. In the meantime, we can look here. It amazes me that nobody had this error yet. Do we import set timeout somewhere? Set timeout. That's definitely something else. Maybe give me just 1 second here. Server. Yes. Thank you. Okay. What do we have here? So let's try again. It starts compilation, which is good. It finds no errors, but then it says module not found. Module not found means usually something is not installed, right? But we don't have any TypeScript errors, which... Oh, here. Wait, what? Where does that come from? Wherever that came from. Do we clear clear interval? Yeah, we do clear interval here at some point. Okay, so that was one error. This is the error that I've expected. Because in NestJS, we do use the adventurer service inside of the chatbot service. So inside of the module, but we do not import it. And inside of NestJS, you have a very strict separation, basically per directory, per module. That's what they call it. So we have this module here, and it needs to export or exports. Yeah, thank you. This adventurous service, I think. And on the receiving end, we need the chatbot to have imports, I think, which is the adventurer service. So why do we need to do this? All of this is part of the dependency injection that Nest is handling for us. That didn't work. So it is a provider and part of the adventurer model. Oh. Wait, adventurer model. Adventurer model is a provider. Okay, where does it actually start? Nest can't resolve dependencies of the adventurer service. Please make sure that the argument adventurer model at index 0 is available in the adventurer service context. That one should be available. Why is this one failing? There's the adventurer service. Did we make any changes here? Something that was nice. Nothing special, it seems. Make sure that the argument adventurer model at index 0 is available in the context. This one. We do want to inject the adventurer, but this doesn't work for whatever reason. Why? We had this running. We had this running a lot. That's interesting. And we do have the type goose model, which should inject this class. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Stage everything and then... Now what? So potential solutions. If adventurer model is a provider, is it part of the current adventurer service? It is. Inject model. npm CI, maybe? Were there any updates maybe to any of our important libraries? Come on, you can do it. Again. The adventurer model imports adventurer model. Where do we use the adventurer model? Let's see. We use it here and then create, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine. And here we return stuff. So the only place where we actually use it is here. The question is, why does the inject model not work anymore? Is it because it doesn't like all of this stuff? That would be annoying. That would definitely be annoying. So if we remove this, we get TypeScript errors all over the place. Let's do this for a second and then see. So now we get a lot of TypeScript errors, which is fine, which we can just ignore them for now. And here, okay, perfect. And here. So I just want to get it running again and see whether that was the problem. If it is, if whatever, null, so, and then we also remove this one here, and now it works again. So now if I import this, it still complains. Beans. Oh, beans, beans, beans. Any ideas? Any ideas? So that's not what it caused. Why does this inject model not work? That's the big question here. And accordingly, why does... Oh, I see. The frickin' import is wrong. So now the import is corrected. Do we have any other source slash? Ah, indeed we do. Well, that's annoying. Import errors causing a lot of troubles here. These are actually fine because they are in a different, they are not inside of the source directory. So that's better, slightly. Yarn dev. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I believe in you. No! Oh, you no work. Still the same error. Huh. 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 But why? But why? So something is wrong with this module. It does import everything. So it should, and it did work 2 streams ago. Question is, when did we break it? When? Or maybe it's both together. So that's not it, right? That can't be it. Right? Can it? I don't know. Can it? What do you guys think? Type goose. What are you doing to us? Huh. Type goose, what are you doing to us? So we do inject the model. And all the magic is actually happening with the help of type goose model. At least that's what it's supposed to be. NestJS type goose. So basically we do this. And They do it on application root apparently. I don't know why we should do that. And then they have the model. And then they import. Do we have it in the... So we do it for feature. And we do it for feature. That's fine. I don't know why we do it this complicated. I think we had some plan at some point. Maybe like this. That's probably not the issue, I would expect. Yes, indeed it isn't. We do inject model in the servers and inject model. So that's fine. And where do we have the modules? Here. We do type goose stuff, which is also fine. Mongo URI module, chatbot module. Do we do anything strange in here? We do import this service. Did that change anything? Now we get adventurer service cannot be resolved inside of this. Oh, what did I do? Inside of chatbot service, it tries to inject the adventurer service but can't do it, which is expected because we don't import it. Now that we import it, it wants us to have the adventurer model. What happens if we do not import the chatbot module for a second? Oh my god, it works. Look at it go. The chatbot module somehow makes it strange. Okay, we at least got a bit closer. Nice, nice, nice. The question now becomes, why can we not have this? Which is a strange thing, right? Do we use adventurer anywhere? Inside of like new adventurer maybe? No. Colon adventurer maybe? Inside of the chatbot. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's also fine. Indeed it is. We have the party here. Is that an issue? What if we import type? That means as soon as we compile, it is not existent here because the import gets stripped out. We can of course still work on it. But since we're not initializing it here, we don't need to import the whole thing, I think. Nevertheless, we still get adventurer model. Do we need to export the adventurer model maybe? But we don't have the adventurer model, right? Let me try the import type here and here as well. Do you change anything? So we do need to recompile. adventurer model is a provider? Is it part of the current adventurer service? Maybe it's because of cyclic imports. I think we have some imports from chatbot inside of our adventurer here. For example, this one. So we do type here. We do type here. Anything else? Here. Bum, bum, bum. App, adventurer, chatbot. That looks fine. And it still doesn't work. Okay. In that case, let's try the following. Yeah, this is live coding. Everything raw. All the frustration. Can you feel it? I can definitely feel it. I can definitely feel it. We want to inject the model here. And if we do not include any of these, then everything is fine. So as soon as we include the chatbot, things get complicated. So I think it is also fine if we do this. Or it is not. Wait, do I still? Ah, my bad. We don't want to get rid of this one. We can now Okay, like this it works. So if I just go to the chatbot service, and inside of this, I get rid of everything that says adventurer service. Like so. And down here, we say empty object as any, whatever. If we do that, it's still fine. So I suppose it's something with cyclic imports. So because we use, for example, the monster and the event inside of the adventurer module. Yeah, run the chatbot references the adventurer service, but on the other hand, the adventurer service somehow references the chatbot. And I suppose that's what's going wrong here. I suppose. Yeah, so maybe maybe what? Good question. Maybe we actually move things a little. And what we move is essentially the whole domain, I guess. Because all of these are actually independent of everything inside of here, and it's also, oh, it does depend on this part, right? Slightly. Jesus Christ. That's a complicated one. And a cryptic one. Oh wait, currently it's just because adventurous service is not imported. My bad. That of course needs to go inside of here. Adventurous service. Okay. So and now, if we, however, get rid of you, we get rid of you, we get rid of you, and we get rid of you, and we say empty object as any right here. Now it still fails because it can't resolve the adventurer service properly. In that case, let's try to move this out. I think that's the way to go. I hope it is. Yes, update all imports. I hope that worked. Apparently it didn't. Yes, move. Okay. Now, we have a bad import here again. And we have a lot of strangeness going on inside of here. Because apparently I didn't like it. Because I think I just have to rerun it. Oh, I don't. So now you cannot find module dot domain, but you're not looking at dot domain. I didn't save. I think I need to save everything. Thank you. Except for this one. Come on. Darn. Why can it not import it? Is it why? Why do we need to? I don't get it. What could go wrong here? So TS, the TypeScript compiler still works, I think. Oh man, that's annoying. If you have any ideas whatsoever, I'm getting closer to absolutely having no ideas anymore. If you have any ideas, feel free to chime in. Let's look maybe at NestJS documentation, exports, imports, modules. Yeah, so we do have the application module. We have like adventurous module. We do have, what's it called? A chatbot module. And we try to import something into the chatbot module from the adventurer module, but that doesn't seem to work. Should be available. So exports, the subset of providers that are provided by this module should be available in other modules which import this module. So inside of the, that's the wrong one. Inside of the adventurer module, we do want to have the provider adventurer service, and we want to export it. That's good. That's as expected. We also have our type goose schema here. Where did it go? Def. What it doesn't seem to be able to find is the adventurer model, which should be handled by type goose. And that's what seriously confuses me. How to use it in another place, like so. Do we just import the model? Or is that it? Adventurer module. Oh! It works. Ah. Man, that took a while. That definitely took a while. Sorry about that. So, okay, you export specific providers, but then all you do is import the complete module if you want to have it. Did they say this somewhere? Database module, export, global, import. Yeah. So apparently that fixed it. Jesus Christ, superstar. Let's do something like this. Let's go into the chatbot service here again. Did I remove a lot of stuff other than so where's my adventurer module schema service schema? This one is still nice, so that's good. We also want to look into the monster. That one's nice. We want to look into the battle. Start game loop. No, what we want to do is go look into the chat, right? Chatbot service. There we go. And it still uses everything. So we're not in the state where everything is crossed out, but it seems to be running now. Now, what happens if we start a battle? It will receive the message. We know that part. Then it will go inside of here and it will say ambush. Okay, fine. It will start a battle. And as of then, immediately log on to this battle. And start pulling from the battle log. So if somebody joins, we call let's remove this one for a second. We create an adventurer and we let them join the party. And in that case, we also push into the log, which will then be picked up again by this set interval, and it should appear in the console. Okay. Let's try at least that part. Exclamation mark, ambush, or still somebody here? If so, please exclamation mark ambush into the chat. That would be greatly appreciated. I think everybody should be able to, like, in terms of permissions, should have the right to exclamation mark ambush, like it's written here, without the quotes. Okay, let me trigger it. In that case, exclamation mark ambush. We do get monster appeared like 4 times, interestingly. But something is happening. It's okay. Apparently our logic here is wrong. Maybe we need to do this. And then try again, exclamation mark ambush into the chat. And we do this, and it was too fast. Sorry. Monster appeared. Webams. Now, as soon as the monster actually starts attacking, I think we should see a second message. I think we need to join at least. Monster appeared. Then we get join. Sweet. Now, if we attack, we attack, we receive damage. For whatever reason, we receive damage twice. That's interesting. And then it goes. We did it. Now, this has to, of course, to be refined. And we have to provide the proper data on top of this. So apparently the monster attacked again. But cool, we've got it so far. Jesus Christ. That was something, definitely. I think this logic is still somewhat strange. And wrong, maybe. I think this should go to -1 here. No, it should go to the length. Now, if we, so let's say we start, it has 0 at the beginning, and also immediately the chat, the log receives a message, which means it has 1 message inside of it. So it gets picked up because the length is greater than the last log length. That's good. So it gets printed. And I think we don't want this -1 here, but we do want the -1 here? No, also not, right? So we start at 0, and then we go up to because we have to start at -1, I suppose, right? Index stuff. So we start at, okay, this one is 1. So it gets, the first message definitely gets picked up. Because this is 0, and it goes until something is smaller than 1, so it prints the 0th message, which is fine. Then we say, okay, the rows message, fine, done. Next, we step inside. We get a new message, and this is 2. We step inside. Okay, yeah, this was 1. This is 2. 2 is greater than 1. Let's go. Then I is 1. And it renders. Oh, okay. I think that's about it. So let's try this again. Exclamation mark ambush as soon as this has initialized. There we go. The monster appeared. Now, if we join the chat, we get unhandled. Yeah, that's one thing. Oh no, now it's starting. I think we need to restart MongoDB. Why restart DB? Because we don't handle. We always create a new one. We don't care whether it's already existent. So maybe an upsert would be better here. Anyway, to do handle case of existing adventure. Okay, now let's try again. We start with an ambush. There we go. Monster appeared. Then we join the battle. There we go. We attack. Attack, damage received. Now, as soon as the monster now attacks, it should attack, damage receive again. But this time from different entities, because the monster has attacked. There it goes. And now if I do attack again, there it goes. We did it. Good job, everybody. High five. T for everybody. Woo! Sweet, 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 sweet. We did it. So let's stage this one and we say episode 14. So episode, I think we can go back, episode 7 and 14. We say add a battle log. And from here on, we can continue. Now what? Now we need to define more closely the events. For example, damage received is not enough. We actually want damage received, and we want this to be, yeah, the amount of damage. And for example, in this case, it's just damage. And we want to have like who received the damage, which means, how do we call this? Let's call it X for the time being, or receiver, or let's call it target maybe. And that's this dot username. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, I think that's about it. So we have type. We want to make this into an interface, essentially. Oops, my bad. We want to make this into an interface. And for that, I say export interface in the face. damage received. And it has this type, that's fine. And it has damage, which is a number. And it has target, which is a string. Bams. And actually, I want to export a type, and I will call it a event as soon as this works. And it's damage received or something. For example, attack. And we do export interface attacked, because it's interfaces, it's in the past. So it's type tag, sorry, and it has a target, which is a string, and it has an attacker, or more generally, yeah, let's call it attacker, another string, which is the username or whether it's a monster. And I think that's about, maybe is monster, which is a Boolean. I think that's about it. And we want to have this here. And we want to have an interface for join events, joined. And we want to give it a type of join. And we want to give it an target principal, maybe, or just the username principal, or entity, or member, I suppose, member, which is a string, the username. Is it a username? No, it's a complete adventurer, right? Which we want to put inside of this adventurer, or at least the data. Top. Not sure yet. Let's make it a string for now. And it should be fine. Then with those settled, I think we can start. Oops, that didn't work. I want to comment this one out, and I want to add joined here. And then we say so. And now we can add some stuff here. So for example, this one is monster is false. So this is the adventurer who attacks the monster, and the attacker is username, this dot username, and the target is monster dot name, I suppose. Looking good. Now let's go into the damage received. I think we've got that one covered. We can pretty much copy this for the monster as well. So attack and damage received down here. And this dot log, and the target is this dot name. And inside of here, we want the attacker is a monster, yes, or the monster. And we want the attacker, this dot name, and we want the target to be adventurer.username. Bams. And then the user takes damage. Okay. Now, having that, we can already have a basic battle, I think. Let's maybe go inside of here because we still have TypeScript errors here. And we want to have the username. Let's maybe just call it username, I guess. Yeah, member adventurer.username. Any other stuff? Monster appeared is apparently not a type. That's correct because we don't have it defined in our events, but we can fix that quickly and easily. Export interface ambushed, and we say type what is it called? It's monster appeared, and we say basically most of the monster data should be inside of here. So the name, which is a string, the HP, which is a number, anything else. Let's see, let's look at the monster. The area, maybe. Area, which is also a string. And that's it. And then we say monster appeared. New monster. Okay. Monster appeared it's still the same name. I forgot to set it here as ambushed. And now let TypeScript do its thing. Monster appeared, and now the monster is this.monster. Done. And with that, I think things get slightly more interesting. Let's do an ambush. Ambush. Circular structure. Object with construction. The monster log object with constructor array. Okay. Let me take a 5-minute breaks and then we continue to fix this one as well. But we are on the right way, and I think as of now things should go fairly smoothly, as well as we can get rid of a lot of stuff inside of here, and also inside of the monster and inside of the adventurer. So yeah, be right back. Okay, and we're back. So this one should be fairly simple. I think the problem is that we just passed the complete monster right here. What we want to do instead is just pick the right properties from it. And I want to import it. Why you not import? There's one nice little method that I'm always using. I think it's inside of here, I hope. Pick. TS pick. Yeah, there we go. So just a nice little tool. Extending the stuff, or based on Lodash pick function, which just gives you the properties that you define. We will see the usage in a second. But adding TypeScript type safety to it some more. So what I do now want to do is this. And we fix the import again because for whatever reason it's ugly. And then I do want an array of keys. And there we go. TypeScript does its thing. We do want the area. We do want the HP. We do want its name. And there we go. And now we shouldn't have a circular structure anymore. Yep, there we go. So the problem was that we've had the array, which is inside of the monster, or which is a property of the monster, but inside of the we pushed also the monster inside of the log, which means we pushed the array with itself inside itself, and that's not, it didn't like that. At least JSON didn't like that. JavaScript was still able to work with it, which is, I would say, expected. But as soon as you want to stringify it, things get ugly because it doesn't know how to do that. So we can do an ambush again. We can do an ambush again, and there it is. We've got a wild monster appeared. We are in another plane, a Glabrezu or something, with 58 HP. And now if we join the battle, we should see promise rejection. That. Because it's the same database. That's annoying. We could just do the following. Let's see. I think for the time being, let's just do the following. We do app dot get, I suppose. And we want to get what? That doesn't work. What I wanted to do is immediately call the delete method so that the database gets cleared. Maybe that's possible with the help of lifecycle events, NestJS lifecycle hooks, lifecycle events. So on module init, for example, or on application bootstrap, or on module suppose on application bootstrap, huh? On module destroy, on application bootstrap, on module init. Modules dependencies has been resolved. I guess we can add this one. Yeah. We can add to the controller, to the service actually also. Where is it? Where's my service? Service, come to me. Service, do come to me. So we want this guy to immediately do things. And we can also mark this as to do. Work around until chatbot does not create new adventurers every start on every new battle. Try to. Okay, so and on init we want to this dot delete all webams. There we go. Flushing it whenever it's initiated. So I hope that works. And then we don't run into that problem anymore for some time. And I think we can remove this one by now. And we don't need these. We do need these. Exclamation mark. Ambush. We fight against a specter inside of a dungeon. We join the battle. TypeScript T time joined. We maybe at this point we also want the list of all members. Would that be helpful? Well, fine for now. Then we exclamation mark attack. And we see the attacker TypeScript T time receive damage. And no, the Spectre received damage from TypeScript T time, and the damage was exactly 2. Not a very good hit. The Spectre, however, also attacks, and monster is true. It is a monster. The Spectre attacks TypeScript T time, and the damage is 17. And now we're talking. So let's maybe set the, I think we did this. We have some stuff. We want to let's see. So we now have the log, which is good. We now can essentially start consuming the log instead of having it on the top level printed out, and then make nice messages out of these. So to do that, oh no, we still need to have the winner and the loser. So when the monster receives damage, take damage, it receives damage, and if this .hp is smaller or equal to 0, then we do this .log.push type killed, and we do target of is monster true, and then the name of the monster is this dot name, I guess. Yeah. So that's one thing. Let's see, where is my events? We do want to export interface. Actually, we don't need to export all of these, right? Nope, that was too much. So export interface monster, or just interface killed. It has a type of killed. It has a monster. Actually, it just has a name, right? Then we also can use it for the players, for the adventurers. So this is just a string, and we don't want the type to be as monster true, but Boolean. And we add this to our list, so killed. And then yeah, okay. For the time being, that should be fine. So this is name. And on the other hand, we also want this on the player side, I think. Adventurer, schema, module, schema. If the attacker took damage, if his HP are down below 0 or at 0, then we get killed. The monster is false. And that's it. I don't think we need the monster. We can just say adventurer killed, I guess. It have one more events instead. So adventurer killed. We remove this one, and we say monster killed. Monster killed. Adventurer killed. Here we say monster, and we also export the string again, and that's fine. We remove this one and exchange them with the more explicit ones, and web apps. Now we can say monster killed here. We don't need you anymore, and done. And on the adventurer side, we already got everything. Perfect. Now, when does the battle end? If the monster is dead, I think we can leave it at this, I guess, for now. Let's see. How do we use this? If the party is the winner, then everything is fine. If not, then on on the other one. I think what we do here is essentially the following. If this dot battle dot log dot includes oh no, includes is fine. Is it a function? Does it receive a function? It receives an event. No, unfortunately not. So we want to have find, I suppose. And what should it find? It should find an event. Event.type equals monster killed. If that happens, the battle has finished. Battle won. And then on victory. Bams. If, however, let's add another one. Interface party killed. And we say type party killed. And we, of course, add this to the events and VAMs. Then, if we receive a party killed event, battle lost equals this with party killed. Exactly. If battle lost, then on defeat. Webams. Like so. And this is also irrelevant now, because everything just happens in a loop. We can probably push this one out, which hopefully makes it nicer. Private observe or pull logs, battle log. Which is indeed a function. And we put this one inside of here, and we say this dot all battle logs or VAMs. Defeat. On victory, it says something. Nice. This looks good. This looks good. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Now, do I still need this to be exported? No, not at all. Webams. There it goes. Bye-bye. We don't need you anymore. Attack is fine. That needs to be passed down. On tick, that's one round down. That's fine again. Get monster. Blah blah blah. Join. Okay. Okay. I think we've got this pretty much down. Join party. battle.adventurer name dot join. Okay. Yeah, in this case, it's the chatbot already has all the information, so there's probably no need to put it into the logs explicitly. Although for consistency, we might consider it. Other than that, I think we are pretty much done. We have on victory, we have on defeat. We don't handle all of these. Okay. So if this dot battle dot log at position I, so the i's message is what? Dot type equals equals equals. So now we can specify specific behavior depending on the message. So basically what I want probably is this dot handle event. So, oh sweet, we can actually remove all of this. So if I say now private handle battle event, bamps, and it receives a type which is I event dot at position type. There we go. And now look at it go, I suppose. So basically we can do a switch statement along the type. And then if the value is, now TypeScript helps us, fortunately, adventurer killed, then what do? We say something. We say, what do we want to say? I think we had something, right? Like a few streams ago. We step out of this and we look at code main.js. Then we should see something here like this. And where am I? Ah, here. This is the important part now. If the adventurer got killed, then something happens. In case let's see, adventurer killed, damage received, attack, then say all of this. So we know, we do want the complete event, huh? Yeah, we do want the complete event. And we do want to switch over event.type in that case. So I do want the complete event. And we can say event dot attacker dealt attacks event dot target Yeah, we probably want to switch this as well, like in a sense of making it more fine-grained. So let's make this adventurer attack. Adventurer attack. Oops. And I do want the host ring. And I do want to go into events. And I do want to say adventurer attack here. And I want to pretty much copy this. Do I? Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Attacked. Where did... Wait, what? Where did joined go? Just now? Joined is gone. Back. Not so far. Body killed. Up to here. Okay, everything is fine. Never mind. Don't mind me. Attack. Although it should be attacked. Anyway. So we attack this person. Perfect. Break. Oh, return. Return. We want case. Damage received. We do return, say, and now some message. We do want to say damage. So event dot, my bad. Event dot name, event dot target, I guess. Received damage. Full stop. Event.hp and event.damage hearts left. So this is a to-do. I suppose we have to add that, which is in damage received, and then HP left is a number, and wherever we use this thing, HP left, and in the adventurer schema we can go and we say HP left is this dot HP after the application. That's important. Perfect. And we say the same for the monster. We do HP left this dot HP. Advance. Now this looks good. Then next one, case. So we have adventurer killed, we have attack, we have damage received, we have join. So we want to return, say something. Yeah, you want to say this here. Parameter. And we say event.member joined the battle alongside you. Perfect. And if we want, we can also say this dot battle. Okay, join is handled as well. So we can remove that part. Then we take our next event, which is case So we have adventurer killed, we have attacked, we have damage received, we have join, we have monster appeared, which is just the very first one. We say return, say, and then look at it go. On defeat, do we have anything here? Nope. An ambush. There we go. All of this text and copy it inside of here. And we say event.monster.area. We say a wild event.monster.name. And we say event.monster.hp. That didn't work. Huh? Event. Thank you. And we also need the time. Game loop. Where do we set this? Oh, here we go. So let's provide this from the top instead. It's a number, then it gets used. And we say time till attack. Like 30. As easy as that. And maybe we do it as a constant here. Time till first attack is this, and we do it as a constant, of course. And now we also have the time till attack in seconds, as soon as I renamed it correctly. It's doing the thing, everybody. It's doing it. Monster killed. We return. Oh, we do on defeat. Oh, okay. Vamps. Return, of course. Like so. Next, return. Party killed. Oops. Come on. Thank you. Party killed, and we return, say something. And what we say is this fun little stuff. When do we actually throw party killed? Did we define that? We didn't. We also don't use we don't use any of these. Wait, why not? I think we do use this one. Okay, that's fine. We also do use monster killed. Yes, in the monster. We don't use party killed, however. So that's one thing to consider. And that's done inside of, suppose here. If there is no random adventurer return, is dead. How do we determine whether the game has actually ended? So far, not at all, it seems. So what we can do instead is this.log.push type, oops, that's wrong brackets, type, and we say party killed. Let's put in the members again and the monster. This.monster.name and members. Let's make this into this dot adventurer names. Which is a wait, members is not defined. Yeah. Members, it's an array of strings. And the monster is just the string. And I think then we've got this one. And now I think this is what we do for end battle in both cases. And we do return this dot end battle. Oh, of course, we need to invoke it. So if there's no adventurer found, that means the party is completely down. The monster has won. And in that case, we definitely end. If the monster is down, this dot monster dot is dead, then we also want to this dot end battle, I suppose. And that's it. I think that's it. There's still stuff to do, but basically we've got the complete rendering here. We can also do event.members. Event.monster has been struck down. And then we want, let's see, event.members.join with an @ sign in front of it, earned 300 XP. So that's a complete render. We can get rid of these, I think. Wait, no, what? Also, we still need to end this polling, or else we probably get into trouble. But I think that's it. This dot private end battle again. And how do we do that? We say, look at the battle here for a second. So we should clear the, not the interval, but clear, not timeout. Is it an interval? It is an interval. Yeah, it is an interval. Okay, clear the timeout that we have set here. Const this dot const no this dot it's essentially adventurous. What is happening? Okay, const equals something. Let's call it X for a second. What does it do? It watches battle logs. And if we add that right here as a private watch battle logs, which is a Node.js dot interval. timeout for whatever reason. Then, and it's initially or null or undefined at the beginning. But it can also be undefined, I guess. Instead. That should still work. So if watch battle dogs, we should sign it here. And then we should clean up. And we do the cleanup by doing this. So in whatever case, if the battle is won or the battle is lost, we want to won or lost. Or party killed. Or e.type is equal to party killed. Then we say won or lost. Basically, we say it has ended. Battle ended. Either with defeat or either with defeat or by or with victory. And then we end it. And that's when we clear this timer and everything is actually nice. And we also probably want to say this dot battle dot equals undefined again. Man. I think we've got this. I think we've got this. Let's try. Tap. Move is apparently not nice. Let's do an ambush. We don't lock anymore. No, why not? It should have handled. It should have started something, right? Just now. No, I broke it. Oh no, I broke it. Maybe. I think. Maybe. Because I'm not invoking the function here. I'm not invoking the function. Second try. Do we want to log everything? Probably yes. Just for debugging purposes. We also, I think, want to make the monster have like 5 HP and not the current amount. Like 5, or let's say we give it 21, so we don't one-shot it, but it's still easy enough. Okay, let's do this. We receive an ambush. Monster appeared. Kuotoa, whatever that is. We are in underground. We want to wait for an attack, first of all. So your party is in an underground while Kuotoa appeared. Be prepared, the attack starts in 30 seconds. Hearts, 21. Come on. 30 seconds is very, very long. Oh, man. It died? Wait, what? What? Why? Oh, the party got killed. Wait, why? Why did the party get killed? And why do we see victory in that? Ah, because we didn't join. That makes sense. We see party killed and then we say victory. I switched these, apparently. Wait, what? On monster killed, we say victory. Defeat, the battle is lost, the world must rely on another. So here we want event dot monster on party killed. In the other case, we actually want members and the monster as well. So let's go back to our events and we say this should go up here and the monster should actually stay here. Web apps, there we go. Now we get a few errors here. Monster killed, we want, I think this should be monster. Monster killed, monster string. Oh, it's members. Okay. That's a bummer. The monster doesn't know about all the adventurers. Yeah. In that case, let's make it slightly easier and do something like this. Vamps. And that's fine. We want to go to the events again. We want to remove all the people from the party. And then we see that adventurer names is not in the party anymore. And now we're fine. Okay. Exclamation mark. Ambush. The monster appeared. A lizard folk royal. With 21 HP. It tries to hit us really hard. And probably it will do so if nobody joins. Come on, lizard folk, attack me. You can do it. 30 seconds is surprisingly long. Defeat! That's it. Can we do another ambush? We cannot. Well, that's a bummer. Whatever. Interesting. Why can we not do another ambush? Shouldn't we be able to? If battle ended, end battle. We set battle to undefined. There's an ambush. Do all of this and then watch the battle logs. Again. I would have expected this to work. Well, that's a bummer. Another ambush, and this time we join the battle. TypeScript T-time joined the battle alongside you. A wild goblin this time. So this time 21 HP is maybe even realistic. Come on, goblin. I think I can also already attack it once. TypeScript T10 attacked Goblin. Goblin received 16 damage, 5 HP left. And Goblin attacks TypeScript T-Time. TypeScript T-Time received 5 damage. Ooh. And in this case, victory! Goblin has been struck down. TypeScript T-Time earned blah blah XP. It works. It works. Do we have adventure record? No, we don't have adventure record. I was about to say that. We are missing the... Oh, no. Don't revert that. Revert this one. We are missing the adventurer message. Struck down, victory, joined the battle. Oh no, here we go. So we want this, and we want event dot name, I suppose, has been killed by, has been killed. Dot. What else do we have on the event? Only the type, I guess. Okay. Dub. Monster appeared, attack. So far so good. So one thing that I do want is here event.isMonster. Then if it is a monster, then return say where's main? Here we go. Monster attacked. Where's the message that the monster actually attacked? Here. Something like this I want to have up here. If event dot attacker dealt damage we don't have, attacks event dot target, and that's it. Else it is not a monster, then we say this. Then damage received. Does this event also have like... No, it doesn't. Ah, okay, whatever. Here we can do an add. We can also do add, comma, add here. So it looks slightly nicer. And yeah, I think that's about it. We did it. We still have a few open to-dos. This workaround, okay, that's an easy one. Handling existing adventurers is essentially we want to search for them, and then if he doesn't exist, then we create a new one. So basically, not basically, actually we can just implement it. So const maybe an adventurer is await this dot adventurers dot find one, and we want to find one by username, and I think that's already it. Rip. Rip. And we probably also want to give them the log here. Event log. And by default it's empty, and we say const adventurer equals this. If adventurer return adventurer dot, no wait, what? We want to set adventurer dot, okay, now I get it. I forgot the wait here. Adventurer dot log equals log. And then we return the adventurer, else return adventurer. So only if the adventurer is defined, we want to set it. Can we actually do this with optional? We cannot. Left-hand side of an assignment expression may not be an optional property access. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we want to enhance the adventurer by the log, with the log, if we find one. And that said, we also want to put in the battle log right here. And that's it. If found, then battle.join found. Maybe found adventurer. And otherwise, we create a new one, and then we do this. Due to the formatting, it looks terribly ugly. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah. We did it. Actually, we can introduce one thing here, right? We can just find one or create, essentially. So let's maybe do that. Find one or create, which tries to do this. If it finds it, it lets it, it sets it and returns it. Else, this dot create of username and the log. So in that case, we can actually get rid of this here again. And we can just say, okay, for find one, you just return whatever you find. For find one and create is what we want to use, and create still needs a log. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And now we can just say find one or create, and then he joins. or she. Wait, why? Oh, okay. I forgot to return here. We do have the try catch here. Yep, perfect. I think that's it. So we also got the case covered that we can... This one is for writing. Let's ignore that for now. This data is important. Workaround, we can remove the workaround. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Ah, okay, because of the implements. It added the function. And we have some migrate, that's fine. Probably need abstraction. We don't need the abstraction. I think we can, in fact, import this as a type. And also inside of the monster, we can import the adventurer as a type, if I'm not absolutely mistaken. Dum, 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 dum. Exclamation mark ambush. Oh, it got stronger again. Maybe let's try to die. Do we need this is dead still? Yes. Do we still need adventurer that is dead? No. Take damage, unblock, attack. Do we have this used? Yeah, we have it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we have the attack, and that's all nice and good. Still need to persist the data. But other than that, I think we're good. We are good. Save. Let's do one more battle here. And we cut this down to 10. And we do... Where are my monsters? Here we go. Control L. And we make this into 21 HP again. So that we can see the fighting, but still it ends fairly quickly. And finally, we do join the chat. Ambush. Monster appeared. An ambush, your party is in a dungeon. A wild shield guardian appeared. It only has 21 HP, that's good. We can attack it immediately. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot to join, damn it. Damn it. But at least we see that the defeat definitely works. Exclamation mark ambush. Exclamation mark join. Exclamation mark attack. Oh, the ogre got hit. TypeScript T-time attacks ogre. Ogre receives 2 damage. 19 HP left. Ogre attacks TypeScript D-time. TypeScript T-time receives 17 damage. Jesus. Ogre attacks TypeScript T-time again. Man, that's a beast. Attack. Frantic. Attack. Victory. Another attack. Victory. Struck down. TypeScript T-time earned 300 XP. We did it. We can by now, I think, also stop all those messages here. Let's see. So we want to pull the battle logs. We don't want to log them every single time. Yeah. Actually, this is more like render battle event, because the handling is actually here. And the handling is also in the logic. Okay. Jesus Christ, we did it! Guys, we've done it. High five! Great job. Man, we did it. We actually have it completed again. And now we can, like, I don't know, render it or write it into the chat. Right. I think we should set this to 30 again, else things get complicated with Twitch. So we have this. We call it works. We do not have the persistence yet. So one more thing to do, definitely. So works, battles. And I typed works wrong. Battles work. Very good. We do handle the defeat. We don't have integration tests yet. We don't persist the progress. We did throw out a lot of that code. We do display the tag messages in console. Maybe I note that. Whoa. Sorry, something's tickling my nose this whole time. This is the last 10 minutes or something. Display tag messages in console and somehow display tag messages in visible place. Which is still open. Resolve open to-dos. Integration test everything. But other than that, I would say we are done with the object orientation part. Great job. Once more. High five, everybody. T for everyone. As of now, we're actually doing new stuff. Nice. We did it. This is progress. We also want one more here. We want that can play multiple rounds with new people each time. Call it adventurous. And let me just git fix this. There we go. We did it. Okay. So this time we actually really, I think in a very nice way, actually, solved our issue of how to render everything and pass everything down. We did this by introducing a battle log, like event-based system essentially, that whenever something happens, something relevant happens inside any of these classes, although this is not a class, then it automatically gets pushed as a battle log, as a nice event into the battle log, and this battle log gets then read by the chatbot and accordingly displays the message as well as actually ends the battle. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure to have you here. Hope you had some fun. I definitely had some fun, and it's nice to see that the idea that we had, as well as Kusto pushing me into it, into this completely event-based, that everything is connected to the battle log, actually worked. Also nice to see that the mongoose class, the type goose class, which we have for the adventurer, worked perfectly fine. So we have all the unblock, we have all the take damage, we can attack, we have this, it has attack per turn, we have the lock, everything fine, and in particular we have the persisted stuff separate from it, which is amazing. Yeah, thank you so much that all of this has come to fruition. We can now start extending, and pretty much extending all of this fun stuff, and then play some turn-based Final Fantasy style or DnD style battles. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you next time. See ya. Bye bye.